Good morning. Welcome back to Michelle Regan Yoga. Today is the Yin class, and we are going to be working mainly on our hamstrings. So it'll be your legs and then the hips, of course, the outer hips. When you're ready, I want you just to start in a comfortable posture. So whether that's a comfortable seated posture, something where you can almost become meditative. I'm going to do child's pose. That's the one I'd recommend, but if you're not comfortable in child's pose, you can go ahead and come down onto your backs. So when you're ready, I'm going to take my blanket. I never leave home without it. Open it up. Let's just create a little rectangle here. And you can put it under your knees. You can put it under the back of the knees. Okay, you can roll it up and sit on it. It's whatever's comfortable for you. And if you don't like it to start, you can go ahead and remove it and just be on your mat. What I'm going to do is, for me, it's knees wide as my mat. My big toes are going to touch behind, and then I sit back on my heels. And then I am going to walk it forward. Stretch it out a little bit. Bring your forehead down to the mat. But if that's too much of a strain, grab one of your blocks and just put the forehead on the block. Closing your eyes and relax your face. As you start to breathe, inhaling and exhaling through the nose only. Trying not to clench your teeth or lock your jaws. Start to slow it down. You're inhaling and exhaling through the nose only. Try your best not to clench or lock. I want you to let go of anything going on outside your sanctuary, giving yourself permission to be completely present on your mat. And start to slow it down. Go a little longer, a little deeper on those inhales. Feel that belly and back expand. And then slowly start to fill the ribs, fill the lungs, bottom to top. And on your exhale, just slowly squeeze out, lungs first, ribs next. And at the end, squeeze navel into spine, up under your ribs, till you are completely empty of air, and just stay with it. Inhale, inflating. And exhale, squeezing slowly all the way down, all the way around, navel into spine. And just find your rhythm and flow right now. Relax the hips, soften the belly, relax the shoulders, softening the chest, and relax your face, your eyes, your cheeks, your tongue. Maybe slow down, go longer and deeper on the inhales, and then matching it on the exhales. And keep it as fluid and even as you can. And once you find the breath, find your pose. Start to find stillness now. Calm it all down. If the mind wanders, just kind of make a note of it, bring your awareness to it, and then bring it back to the breath. Tuning into the sound of your breath, feeling the movement in the body as it expands and deflates if you wish, setting an intention for your practice today. What is it that you need or want? What are you trying to bring into fruition? Whether it's personal, physical, or spiritual, or all three. Once you have your vision, your intention, let's go ahead and seal it in with our breath. It's a full, nice, deep inhale, followed by that exhale. Stay with it. You're going to slowly start to make your way up. Go ahead and come into your cat-cows. Let's go into table. And just inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, roll over into that angry cat. Inhale, drop belly, look up. And exhale, roll over. Just do a couple of these. We don't want to really create heat, but what we do want to do is just maybe loosen up the body if it's a little early or cold. Make your way to table again, and then just do some side-to-side laterals. Take your hip to the right, look back at your left foot. And then center. Hip to the left, look back at your right foot. And center. All right, because we are moving right into swan and then sleeping swan. So I'm keeping my blanket across the midline of my mat. I'm going to bring this right knee forward, my leg forward, but don't take it to the center of your mat. Move it more towards the outside. And then as I walk my left leg back, what I'm doing is I've supported my hips, okay? And I'll show the version on the back. If this is too intense on this knee joint, you can do one of two things. You can roll up your blanket under your hip, or even take one of your blocks and put it under the hip. And what that does is it raises you up so you're not having such a tight bend in this knee and there's not a lot of weight on this knee. Now for swan, we stay upright. So let's start here first. I'm keeping it bone on bone in my arms, so I'm trying not to engage those muscles. But I'm using them to support. And then once you're here, I'm going to do a little body scan. So find your shape and then just be really still. Maybe close your eyes as you relax the top of your left foot, your ankle and heel and toes. Relaxing your calf, your shin, the knee, front and back, and your thigh, front and back. Soften into those hips. And soften the belly. Relax your shoulders. And just be. Big breath here. So now to move into swan, sleeping swan, pardon me. I'm going to bring myself down, and you can do a couple things here. Again, I do like to rest the forehead, so if you can't sorry, let me move my clock. If you can't stack your hands and bring your forehead down, say that's too intense, then what you may want to do is have a block here. And I'm doing palms up, touching index finger to thumb. For me, this is more comfortable. Some of you can't even get that low. You may be actually up on the end of the block, which is another option. The final option would be to flip you over on your back, and I'm just going to demonstrate it really quick this time. So on your back, it would be like thread the needle pose. You don't even have to be on the blanket if you don't want to. So you can have it like this, right? Kind of like an upside down 4. You can bring this up, interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Pretty comfortable. Only go here if you can keep these shoulders down. If you're like this, then you're not relaxing. And then the final one, you can take it outside the shin. That's a pretty intense stretch on the right side. But if you're open and it feels good to you and you can keep your shoulders down, go for it. So let's find our shapes, and then I'm going to start this clock. And if you are in true sleeping swan, I want you to try to rest that forehead. Close your eyes and be still. Halfway through, modify or adjust if you need to. And then once you find your shape again, find your stillness. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. On your next inhale, let's just slowly start to push up. Roll off onto your right hip, bring the leg around forward. Let's shake those legs out a little bit. Go gentle. Pardon me. All right, so we're gonna switch up. So I'm bending this left knee. You notice I'm keeping my knee to the outside of the mat. I'm gonna push up and then walk this right leg back. So again, my hips are supported on my blanket. Modify if you need to. If this hurts, you can roll the blanket up, or you can shove a block underneath there. To start is upright swan. So we are going to stack it bone on bone for the support, and then soften into it. Close your eyes if that helps. And be as still as you can. Just let body weight and gravity do its thing, relaxing your foot, your ankle, shin and calf, your knee, your thigh, front and back, and glutes. Soften into your hips. Soften the belly, soften the chest, relax the shoulders. You're supported, yet you're resting. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. right, when you're ready, let's start to make our way down. If you need to roll onto your back and do the version of thread the needle, go for it. Just make sure your shoulders are down. If you are on your primarily belly, then if you need a block, use your block. Start up high on this one. Palms up, touch index finger to your thumbs, unless you're stacking your hands and resting your forehead. Once you find your shape, please find stillness. Halfway there. Modify if you need to, adjust if you need to. And then once you find that shape, try your best to rest the forehead and be still. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. When you're ready, slowly make your way up. Rolling off onto your left hip. Let's bring these legs around. You can use your hands if you need to. Shake them out. If you're on your back, make your way up to seated, where we are actually going to do a half frog. So we did frog a couple weeks ago. It's pretty intense. Half frog maybe isn't as much easier, but I'm actually going to show it to you straight on so you see what I'm doing. I'm going to start with my right leg first, coming back. So my left leg, I'm going to put this blanket right underneath my hip on this side, and then I'm going to take my right leg back. So frog is like a right angle here and a right angle here, and my foot is here. Now for some people, you may even want to grab another blanket and put it under this knee, because the bone on your mat can be a little intense. Let me get this going. So there's a couple ways to do your frog. Oh, and the third thing I was going to say is, if this is still weight, like I feel it in my groin, some people will feel it on their inner thigh. Usually it's the inner thigh more than the groin. But you can pull this foot back like the old hurdler stretch. So we can either come down this way, or we can come down inside. I'm choosing to come inside, so I'm gonna be stacking up these blocks to start. Yes, that feels good. Let me see if I can get a forehead in here. And again, this is why I like to have a lot of blocks handy, so you're not having to leave your pose. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Let's start here. All right, we are in it for 3 minutes, so you know. Find what shape works for you. Stack up your blocks so you can be resting in it, yet getting the benefit of it. Any variation of this you want to do, if it's too intense to come down, just stack these blocks up on the end, you know, and just bring yourself up a little bit. So see what feels good to you. And then once you're there, be still. Halfway through. Modify if you need to. If you're comfortable where you're at, just stay there and continue to rest in this pose. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out. And when we come up, we are going to shake it all out. So let's move all of our props. Lean back over onto your left hip and bring this right leg forward. Shake it out, or if you want, lean back with your feet flat, knees bent, and just do some windshield wipers here as well. That's another good one. And we will do the other side. So I'm actually just going to switch over onto this blanket. Right leg's out in front. I'm going to take my left leg back. Try as best you can for a right angle here and a right angle here. Modify if you need to by pulling in or stacking up. Oops. And then let's do our blocks as well. And see where we're at on this side. Kind of coming in the center. I want you to find your shape and then find your stillness. Relax the legs. Let body weight and gravity do its thing as you're settling in. halfway through. Adjust if you need to, modify if you need to. And then settle. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Slowly start to bring it up. Rolling off onto your right hip so you can bring this leg around. And again, it's either going to be shaking out or windshield wipers. I think I have some space here. Left and center, right, center. Just whatever feels good to you. Just trying to bring some balance back to the body and you'll kind of figure it out. All right, so now we're going into a full dragonfly. It's a wide V. I'm going to go ahead and move myself to the back side of my mat, keeping my blocks handy. Dragonfly is the wide-legged V. So I do like to go sideways on my mat for this so that my heels are supported. Sometimes if you're like not on carpet, I don't know what your home's like, but if you have a lot of tile, it's really hard on your bones. And you want to be able to settle in here and not be focusing on like where your pressure points are. So with this one, shake, shake, shake. We're not going to point or flex at all. Maybe pull the rear end aside, just that. And then let's go ahead and get these blocks up and see where we're at today. I don't think I'm going to be this high now. This high. I'll try down to, yeah, no, I think I'm going to be up a little bit. And then halfway through, how long are we holding this one? 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so find your shape. Rest your forehead as best you can. And then relax into it. Without really engaging your legs, I do want you to try and just rotate those legs out just slightly. So the knees are up. That would be about the only verbal cue I'd use in this pose. One thing with yin, you'll notice we don't use a lot of like push, pull, anything that would be like an action verb to get you guys into it deeper, because we really don't want you to engage. But on this instance, just for the tilting of the pelvis, my knees are up and I'm coming over, okay? Long explanation as to why I don't do that. Close your eyes, relax your face, and just be. Halfway through. Modify or adjust if you need to. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of your nose. All right. Go ahead and let's bring it up. Let's remove our blocks because we're actually going into a reclined pose, reclined hero. And it's going to be a half saddle, is what they call it in Yin instead of hero. Hero's the one where we're going to bring your leg back, okay? Again, if it's too much, you can do it on your side and bring it in this way. Now, if you want to do a bolster behind you, like we do at the start of class, you can put 2 blocks down with your blanket. But right after this, we are actually going into another pose on our back, so we're going to have to come off of this, so just keep that in mind. And it can be here. You can actually stay seated. You can start to lean back. You can go onto your blocks, your bolster, or you can come all the way down flat. So I think I actually am going to use a bolster today. We are here for 3 minutes, and then we're going to go into a new pose. It's called the folded pose. Once you're on your back or coming close to it, as long as you feel a nice stretch and the knees not popping off the mat, I want you to relax into it. Don't point, don't flex. Relax the spine and the shoulders and the face. Closing your eyes. And be as still as you can. Halfway through, see where you're at. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Now to come out of this pose, I'm going to start with elbow, elbow, and then hand, hand. Push my way up, roll off onto my hip, and release this leg out. Shake it out. Remove your bolster. Actually, I'll push it off to this side. You can use your blanket as a pillow. Bring yourself down. And now that same leg, the right leg, now I'm going to bring it into my chest. And just relax. Close your eyes. And be as still as you can. If this is too intense, Your option would be to bend the left knee with the foot flat. It'll take a little bit of the pressure off the low back if you're feeling a stretch there. That's uncomfortable. If it's not, just stay with it. Close your eyes and be still. Halfway through. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. When you're ready, let's release. Slow. Notice the difference from one side to the next. And then we're going to have to make our way up into your saddle, half saddle on the other side. If you're making a bolster, go ahead and prepare it. Left leg's going to go back. If it's too intense on this knee again, roll onto your side and just pull your heel in behind you and lay like that. Otherwise, we're going to bring it down. Find your level. And as best you can, I want you to relax and release in this pose. Modify it if you need to. Halfway through, modify if you need to, or adjust if you need to. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of your nose. When you're ready, elbow down, hand, hand. Come up, roll off onto your right hip, and slowly release left leg out. Shake, shake, shake. Remove the bolster, but you can use the blanket under the head if that feels good. I rather enjoyed it. And then make your way back down. Drawing the left knee in. Interlace your fingers on top of the shin, right? But yeah, relax. I'm not squeezing in, I'm just relaxing in. If it's too intense, then I want to have the right foot flat, knee bent. Otherwise, go ahead and just extend out. Closing your eyes. Relax and be still. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. And this time I am going to have you just stay on your backs. Go ahead, extend this leg out in front. Shake, shake, shake. We're moving right into our full body twist, so we're going to just stay down on the mat. If you want to remove your blanket or have another one handy to cover yourselves with for Shavasana, that would be great. For the full body twist today, I want your feet flat, knees bent. Let's do the feet as wide as the mat, and then let both of your knees fall to the left. And you can stay right here, turning your head to the right. But an option would be to take your left foot, the outside foot, and rest on top of the right knee. Arms can go out to the sides, east and west, and then turn your head to the right. Closing your eyes, relax and breathe. Slowly slide your foot off of your knee. Bring your knees to center. And then draw them in for a hug, rocking gently if that feels good on your back. And then we're just going to switch up. So feet flat, knees bent. Again, have your feet as wide as your mat. And let both of the knees fall to the right. And you can stay right here, turning your head to the left. But if you want a little more, we're going to rest this right foot on top of that left knee. Arms east and west. Turning your head to the left. Close your eyes and relax. Go ahead and slide the foot off of the knee. Bring your knees to center. Draw them in for a hug and rock gently. Before your final posture of Shavasana, if you will, inhale through your nose, sigh out. With that intention, staying on your back, your legs will come out. And again, you can remove the blanket from behind the head, put it across the belly, or you can roll it up and put it under your knees. I want you to find your shape, find your pose for Shavasana. And then once you have it, allow your bodies to rest. slowly releasing control of each and every muscle as you surrender yourselves to the earth. Your eyeballs will sink deep into their sockets, and your eyelids are gently closed. Your inner ear softens, your jaw slackens, and the tongue relaxes as you let everything go. Slowly start to bring your awareness back into your bodies by gently wiggling your toes. Touch each fingertip with your thumb. Reaching your arms overhead and extend through your feet, stretching your bodies out. Take a deep inhale, filling your body with your sweet, sweet breath. And on your exhale, draw the knees into the chest, giving yourselves one final compassionate hug. When you feel satisfied, you'll slowly roll to your right side and just remain there for a moment with your eyes closed in the fetal position. Use the strength of your arms, slowly pushing your way upright. So you're coming back to seated. And if you will, drawing hands to the heart center in prayer, and lower your chin into your chest. Bow your heads, taking a moment to honor yourselves. From the place deep in my soul, which I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor this light that shines deep inside of each of you. Thank you all so, so much for joining me on this journey. Wishing you a beautiful week. Namaste.